Gonna be interesting. Um, this Sunday session for June 26, 2022. What I'm saying is, looking at this FinViz chart, I'm not saying that everything is going to be bullish for the next forever. I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say, you guys got to catch those small windows of opportunity. First of the month vibes is coming back around. I told you guys at the end of the month is when I'm going to be looking to buy in. I've been saying the same things over and over and over because I want y'all to understand why there's a method to my madness. I don't care about trading nothing else but what I want to trade and when I want to trade it. It's not up to nobody else to dictate what I'm doing with my money. You feel what I'm saying? So me being patient and waiting for what just happened last week on Sunday, and I'm telling y'all these levels and seeing how I react to it, I'm celebrating because I got the exact trade that I want at my price. You feel what I'm saying? That's that's your power. That's the superpower of coming in, learning how to do charts and talking about, support and resistance trading and talk about trend lines. That's the power. That's where your power come in at, is being able to do it with confidence at the best time, at the best price, and capitalizing off of these contracts. Every contract was below $100 for any, it don't matter what you could have picked out. You could have any mini money molded and you could have made some money from the Thursday to Friday swing. I've been telling y'all about Thursday to Friday swings for forever, years. You've been years now. I've been saying Thursday to Friday swings is good on the upside or the downside. Let's see how it play out. I've been, repeating myself about a lot of different things. You just gotta trust it. I don't care if I don't trade Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. When Thursday come around, I'm gonna look and see what I can pull out the hat going into Friday. You feel me? So if you didn't make your money Monday or Tuesday, Thursday and Friday gave out huge opportunities to make some money. If you had day trades the day of for SPY, the 389 call for SPY on Friday expiration date was 7 cents. You feel what I'm saying? $7. That's what I mean by paying attention and seeing what's going on and planning out your day trades. And I'm gonna show y'all this on a chart to tell you why SPY's hitting 389, giving you guys back everything that we talked about last week. Last week was fantastic. If y'all came to the session last week and going into this week, man, y'all should have made a whole lot of money. But beyond that, 1 day chart performance, you see what's going on with it. Let's go down to the 1 week performance. Everything is looking like it's holding up. Apple is at 141. Microsoft is at 267. You see, Amazon made the move to 116. We talk about Amazon, it was at 108. I told y'all to watch the 109 area.
Radiologist even had time to read it.
We have, the only thing that I told y'all to slow down on was oil stocks, gas stocks. I said $84 is a good area for XOM to get in to make some money off of it. And then, it went up to about $87, $88. Is that $86.90? That's not bad. But if your entry was 84, again, you're not even down on XOM. You feel me? Because I'm telling you guys exactly when to buy these things, man. It's crazy that it works out the way it does. That's the 1 week performance. You see everything starting to come back around, right? MasterCard came all the way down to about $300. It's back at $330. These are good companies. That is, these are the most volatile companies in the market. You can make money off of all these companies. JP Morgan came down to 112. Is at 117. So let's just go over, some of the same basic stuff. Earnings is coming up this week. Let's look at the earnings real quick. Pepsi, JP Morgan, the banks got earnings coming up this week. Well, this is the second week of July. This week is MU, Nike, General Mills is coming up this week. So there's opportunity on a couple of those right there. McCormick is coming up this week. So let's see how it go. The week of the mid-July contracts is going to be for banks. Watch out for banks making a move a little bit early. You feel me? Before their earnings come out. FedEx had a good earnings. I told y'all thought I was crazy when I told y'all I get a 250 FedEx call. Y'all thought I was out. This man losing it. Bro, FedEx is at 243. You feel what I'm saying? So let's see what we got, man. First thing first is SPY. First thing first is SPY. Stay consistent, guys. Do not, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's my rule. I don't have to change up what I do because what I'm doing is definitely putting these out at great areas. Last week, this stock price was at, $365 on the 21st. Going into the, going into the 21st. Sorry about that. It was around this bottom area here. This the 4-hour chart. And then you see what happened at the end of the week. We got our target price of 389. It closed at 390. After hours, brought it down to about 389. We got exactly what we wanted from out of SPY. I told you guys to get a $400 call for mid-July, 715 calls. That's to keep you guys safe, and that's to buy more time just in case it don't go the way that you want off rip. So I'm trying to give you guys a safety net. Those contracts is now up to almost $500 a piece. They was literally under $100. You feel me? $56, $58. Now, they're sitting up here at almost at the 390, waiting to break that area. What to do? This is when, you make money one week and you go into the next week, and then you may be a little stuck, like what to do. Wait. Simple. We made money off of all of these calls last week. We killed it. Some people still holding the $400 SPY calls because the time frame is right. I wouldn't say hold it because they up 400%. I would have told y'all to already get up out of there. But if you're still holding SPY calls, if you bought multiples and sold half or sold, 75% of your position, and you're still holding 1 or 2 contracts, congrats. Now, the next thing you do is wait, see what happened at this level. See if tomorrow we get a gap up in the morning. See if we get a gap down in the morning. See what happened. Because what happened here was exactly what I told you guys. These gaps is going to get filled. When you see gap downs, I don't care when it happened. These gaps is going to get filled. You feel what I'm saying? So no matter what happened, if you see a gap down, you should be like, yes, I'm happy. Let me wait and take my time and find out where's the bottom going to hit, and then let me capitalize on the way up. So the gaps got filled on SPY. We're going to watch this 389 level. We're going to see if we can, if for the people that missed out on this whole trade here, let's see if it comes back down to 384. You feel me? Let's see if that support get tested. Then maybe we can trade a small window of a retest back up to 390. But if we break above the 390, we definitely going to see the 396. On my list, this is what I got. I got the 405 calls and the 410 calls for 630 going into this week for SPY. I'm watching those 2 for calls, and I'm watching the 370 put for July 1st for SPY. So if we could start breaking back down below 384, that's when that put gonna be a little bit stronger, because that's a confirmation line on the downside. That was a confirmation line on the way up. So I'm gonna just watch these areas, not rushing. I'm not gonna jump off the porch and be like, let me run up and hurry up and get SPY. No, we put out amazing trades for SPY. Now we trying to, see what we can get more from it. See if we can milk the cow a little bit more. My target for SPY above 389. The reason I say 405 and 410, because my target is the trend line. The trend line is sitting at 407. So if it goes up, if I see a nice move up to 396 and test that area first, wait for it to come out of 389, 390 and see if it holds it, that's when I'm gonna buy that 405, 410 call. You feel me? Then if it go and retest and break above, we may get that 402 move, and then we may get that 407. But I'm definitely gonna be watching that 405 and 410. End of the month, 4th of the month, 1st of the month vibes, 4th of July. And then we're gonna go from there and figure out, what we be able to take advantage of. Anybody got questions on SPY? Anybody got questions on SPY? And we went over this last week at 365. Now we're just doing the same thing again, man. Just make sure we squeezing in some cheap contracts. This is not the time to say, oh, just because I got a lot of money, I can buy whatever. I want y'all to buy the cheapest contracts possible at the most reasonable price. You feel what I'm saying? So please pay attention, man. This is an opportunity.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday for sure. What's up? What's up? So Nike earnings, June 27th. Nike earnings. Hopefully y'all got y'all pen and y'all pad, man. Nike earnings, June 27th. Last week, let's go look at Nike real quick. This is going to be an exciting week, man. I feel it. That's tomorrow. Nike after hours is tomorrow. If you guys did not trade Nike last week, hopefully I got in last week because that's when we seen our discounts. Nike on the 22nd came down to about $104. Look at that. Look at the price range where you was at for Nike, $104. You feel me? Now you see Nike breaking back towards that 112. Target price is 114. Earnings is coming out on the 27th. Nike been beat down for a very, very long time. Quality business. Everybody know the shoe game is going crazy right now. Let's watch that break above 114. If you took advantage of the Nike trade last week and you still holding on to some Nike this week going into the remember we talked about that mid-July, 7/15 contracts, 120s I think we talked about. Let's see if we can pull off a Monday and Tuesday 120 call for July 1st. 120 call for July 1st or 122 call for July 1st. Now, for earnings, this is when things get tricky. We know that earnings can go either way, up or down. Let's see if, and our confirmation breakover is about 115. Let's just make it that because, you know, I want to see a nice solid hold above that 114. Earnings, you could do either an $85 put for July 15th. And I know y'all like, oh, $85 put. That's if Nike dies. You feel me? You can bear, you know, you gotta trade the straddle for earnings just to be safe. Both contracts around the same price. 135 calls for July 15th. So since those are around the same price, I'm giving you a little bit of balance there, but hopefully we can get our first move for the 120, 122 calls for July 1st. And then you'll be able to see a nice push up over 115 up to at least 119. You feel me? That's why I'm doing 120, 122 calls and not really 125s, even though 125 is 123 is the resistance. We see that double top right here. I want to be a little bit more in the money on these to be safe, especially on the weekly calls. And then you'll be able to take advantage of Nike. We know earnings on the 27th. We see where the resistance is holding at. We see where the support held at last week. We went over this last week. So people already was in it. They should be making money already. But let's see what happened going into this week, man. Anybody got questions on Nike? So short and simple. I'm not sitting up here complicating nothing. You feel what I'm saying? I swear to God, I'm not. I'm doing simple support and resistance trading. Nothing super heavy where it's like so confusing where you can't get it. This is simple stuff, man. Anybody got questions on Nike? MU. What's up? What's up? MU. The same thing I told you guys last week about MU is the same thing I'm gonna repeat again. MU got earnings coming up on 6/30. NVIDIA and AMD already had great earnings. They already beat their earnings out the water. I'm not saying MU is going to do the same, but we have to look at these discounts as opportunities. We cannot sit up here and be like, oh, no, I'm not touching it. Because we know earnings give out a lot of money. You feel me? Why not trade them? Why not catch MU at 55 and get you a $60 call going into earnings and running up? We went over this last week. Now, it's the same $60, Monday, Tuesday, same $60 call. Same $62 call for July 1st. That's Monday and Tuesday. I want to see what happened on Monday and Tuesday. The crazy thing about that Nike call, if it goes crazy on Monday, man, that's gonna be an amazing trade going into the week. I'm just saying, and Nike may push the market up. But MU's on the 30th. Make sure you see that support area, $55. You know, it broke back above that area, came down right below about 55 and some change, but 55 is ideal entry. My target is $60.32. If we break above $60.32, next target gonna be $64.09. That's why Monday and Tuesday, $60 call, $62 call may work out for you. When earnings come around, this is what you want to do: is a straddle. Of course, you could probably pull out a July 15, $70 call, or a $65 call. And then for the put side, you can get a $50 put. because we see if it breaks back below 55, we may see 47.48. I mean 47.99. So just say $48. You know what I mean? So notice where my support and resistance is at. Notice is what happened in here. You feel me? Looking like it's going to go retest that 60. That's why I picked out the 60 and the 62. Go look at the contracts yourself and figure out, you know, what best fits your need. But these are the best ones I see going up towards these resistances. And then we know target is $64. So that's not too far-fetched. The contracts are pretty reasonable. The reason that the $70 and $65 for mid-July can work out because 64 is the resistance on the top side. And then you got time. And that means that the contract is going to move. As long as the price move, those contracts are going to work out for you for mid-July. First of the month vibes. AMD and NVIDIA had good earnings. Let's see what MU can pull out. Anybody got a question? Oh, y'all quiet today. Y'all quiet today. Meta, aka Facebook. AKA Facebook. We seen Facebook had an amazing move on Thursday to Friday. I don't know who seen it or who noticed it or who picked up on it, but it went from 154 on the 23rd all the way up to about 170. That should be discussed. I understand that the premium lobby sometimes get a little, you know, bunched up. I want to sit back and figure out what I'm doing wrong. So that's why I kind of sat back this week and didn't say much. I'm trying to figure out what something got to be going wrong because a lot of people are not talking in the premium lobby. I want that to be a discussion.
Me, Dave.
It's probably me. I want the premium lobby to be for discussion on trades that we talk about on Sunday watch list, Sunday session, or on the watch list. That's what the premium lobby is for. If you guys got questions, those should be getting answered. I used to do threads. It seemed like that wasn't working out. It seemed like I'm not getting people to respond back to stuff. So I just want to sit back and see how things going. But notice how this thing broke out once it broke above 160. We had a full breakout towards 170. And then next stop for me is 176. Now, earnings is on July 28th. And I know everybody thinking, is he just trading earnings? I'm trading earnings a month out. A month out. Guess what the contracts I'm telling y'all should be looking at? And I'm not saying everybody got enough money for these. These are premium contracts. $200 call for August 19th, $220 call for August 19th. Things that you got to know about Facebook on the one-day chart. That gap from $250 I've been telling y'all about for months, I want that gap to be filled. I want Facebook to come back with full, you know, just the full throttle. No matter what, whenever I see a nice break like this, I'm going to watch this resistance. And yes, I may be able to catch that move up to 215. That's why I'm telling y'all to get so far out contracts. Because when July, that end of the month of July, we may have some August action. You can be in that August contract already for 200 and 220, and you could just sit back and sit like a fat cat. If Facebook have a good earnings and spike all the way up to 215 and 230, you know, the week before the earnings or the week of, you're in the 220 and the 200 for August 19th. You got 2 more weeks after earnings that you can hold on to those contracts. So I want to be early. I'm going to go back and look at Apple. And I'm going to go back and look at Microsoft and see what's going on with them. But I want to be early. But these are my main 4 stocks that I'm coming in looking at. I got a high price one. I got a reasonably priced one. I got something that I can trade off a day trade. I got a little mixer in here so you can be able to take advantage of it. There's a small gap to be filled up to 176. We're at the resistance at 170 on Meta. So let's see what happened. If you want to do something for this week, let's look real quick. Let's see if you can pull out a Meta 175 call. That might be a little premium cost too. But let's see. And please ask questions. Don't feel like you don't have to ask, or you can't ask questions, man. I want you guys to discuss these things because it's opportunity.
I got a quick question, Dave.
What's up, Adele?
So what you were saying earlier about the communication in the lobby, it was me that had asked the question about it. I think I was on the 30-minute time frame, and I had noticed that there was a gap fill at 172 that hadn't been filled yet. So that's why I said, hey, I was just looking for confirmation. What would you prefer in the chat rooms in terms of tagging everybody when you have a question, tagging specific people? What's your guidance on that?
I mean, I mean, you could just put at everybody. I'm looking at Facebook, 170 or 165 call for Friday swing from Thursday. Do anybody got any thoughts? And then, hopefully somebody be paying attention. Like, well, I was looking at the same thing, and y'all can kind of discuss what areas could you be able to buy and take advantage of that trade. You feel what I'm saying?
Because my thing is I got the play because I had been tracking Facebook for a while, so I was looking at it. I just was really honestly trying to have a quick conversation about it to hopefully help other people too. So I'm not always putting stuff out there just for me personally, because if it's something I've been tracking, I'm probably getting in it regardless if we have a conversation or not. I'm just doing it trying to help the group.
Agree. And that's helpful for everybody. I really want to, have that premium lobby for this discussion about trades. You feel me? I know it's tough. I know it gets, a little bit rambunctious in there, but I swear, I'm not saying people miss opportunities. No matter if you came in for last week's Sunday session or you're here today, if you just take the notes and you set your alert, you're going to make money. If you guys have second thoughts about when to get in and how to get in, I told y'all from 10 to 11:45. If you're not in the trade, wait until 2:15 or 2:30. You feel me? The market's going to make decisions around those 2 times. Between that 2 time, usually be lunchtime, and it kind of consolidates. You feel me? But once that stuff is over, SPY is the only one that kind of move around during that lunch period. But dude, on Thursday, I want that premium lottery to be talking, because that Thursday to Friday swing windows are amazing, and people are still missing out on Thursday to Friday swings. That Monday morning spikes, you feel me? We see the direction of the market first thing on Monday. That Monday is spike, Tuesday it gap down and filled itself the gap from the same morning, the same day. Like, those are opportunities that people would probably be like, dang, man, the market dropped again, but not noticing the gap though. You feel what I'm saying? Not saying, oh man, it's going back bullish again. Like, I just want a little bit more activity on, small stuff. I'm not complaining at all, but I know that there's a lot of opportunity in the market, and I know what you guys can do because we've been doing this so consistently. You guys are learning. You guys are picking up game. Like, trust yourself. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, just mention it, tag everybody, and just see how it go. This week I should be a little bit more active. I feel bad because I seem like once I stop talking, a lot of people just whatever. But we'll see. We'll see what this week brings. Anybody else got questions so far? Anybody? Y'all sure y'all got no questions? All right. Let's go back over the list from last week.
Wait, hold up. I got some questions.
What's up?
Check the video out for me, please.
Yeah, for sure. The video may get traction because of MU earnings this week. Watch out for the video AMD for all you the video AMD guys and girls. I don't know why we ain't trusting 158. I understand that the video dropped below 158, about 156, but notice what just happened. We were back at 170. That 158 level has been pretty much consistent, but once it dropped below that, of course, fear kick in, and now it's like, oh man, the video is dying. Everything don't die. Some things revive. You feel what I'm saying? So, once it gets back above 158, notice right here, this on the 23rd, when it came at the 158, what you see on the 15-minute chart, bullish engulfing, nice little move, then the gap up. You feel what I'm saying? And then from there, it kind of just took off. Confirmation line is 160. So if you say, I don't trust the 158 because 158 died. 158 died over here. I can't trust 158 no more. I mean, it came down to 154. Add that 154 line in there, right? That's confirmation of more downside. You know what I mean? That's the secret sauce right there that no one really going to tell you anywhere else. There are confirmation areas of a continuation once it gets above these small areas of resistances. You feel me? And supports. So if the video was to die, it would have to break all the way down below 154. Notice that 154 here. Notice that 154 here. Notice that 154 here. The 158 we found on the monthly chart before any of this data came up. That came from all the way over here. You feel what I'm saying? This is your 158 confirmation back in May. You feel me? Y'all got to think like this. This is that bottom of 154. What do you see? That's consistent. 158, 154. Once it gets above 160, it makes a nice little move, and then it goes on, right? Trust yourself no matter what. Look at your chart no matter what. Here go your 154 bottom. Here go your 158. Even if you didn't like it, when it came back down here again and gave you that bullish engulfing, boom, I'm good. Even if you don't like the 158, 160 was a confirmation line. The whole confirmation line had to be 166 because, you know, it retested that area multiple times. But yeah, it's already making a move, man. I wish, you know, people got in that 158, of course. 180 call for mid-July is the ideal trade at 158 or 160. And it seemed far-fetched. I know people like, man, is it possible? Because the recession talk is happening. The chart's going to tell you what the market's going to do, period. It don't matter. Lean on them charts, guys. The news is built to scare y'all. The news is put in place to scare y'all off this. Y'all, they don't want y'all to make money in the market, man. You feel me? They really don't. So whenever you see this type of movement, think to yourself, did it break below 154? No, it did not. Did it hold over here at 158 once it got above 158? Yes, it did. Did it break above 166 resistance that it was a double top here? Yes, it did. Like, there's a lot of areas of confidence should have been rolling in. Notice where it goes, right to my resistance line. It closed at 171. My resistance line is literally at 171.75. It closed at 171.26, and after hours it went to 171.50. You can't get more accurate than that. You can't. That's accuracy to another level, man. And that's why we're trying to get y'all to do. And I do the same thing. If y'all want me to rechart this, I'll find the same thing every time. Anybody else got questions? JP Morgan got earnings coming up. Remember, we talked about that in July. Hopefully, you guys paid attention to that 130 call for July 15th. This last week list. Notice and this was when JP Morgan was at about 112. You feel what I'm saying? Look at the bottom of JP. Entry level 113. It made a nice move to 117. If you didn't feel confident in that 130, you could have got you a 120. You feel what I'm saying? You could have been, you know, cut that down a little bit. First of the month vibes is coming. We may get a nice little push towards the 119. We already broke above this resistance. Small window of consolidation. I told you guys consolidation, then decision. It made a decision. It broke above 116. Apple's at 130. We talked about Apple going towards the 141. Closed at 141.66. After hours, it hit 141.72 or 74. Look how accurate that is. Look at my line. You can't even see the bars. Is right at that my resistance line. Look at my bottom, 130. You could have did a 135. You could have did a 140 call. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. As long as these resistances are breaking, do not be afraid. You could notice a trend line in here. You can notice all types of stuff. I can keep going. Y'all want me to. I mean, FedEx did above and beyond what we expected. You feel what I'm saying? FedEx did exactly what we wanted. We took advantage of FedEx. I've been talking about FedEx for months, since 422. I've been talking about FedEx at 200. Like, there's been so many areas I've been talking about FedEx, man. I don't even know what to say about FedEx no more. Like, these are good companies that's getting beat down. We got to pay attention to these. The money makers is going to make money off the market regardless of what's happening. And you could tell, you feel me? They went up on their dividends. They had a big spike. Then here go their earnings, big spike. Like, their dividend, when that spike came, that should have been already confidence that we're going to have a nice little push out for earnings. You feel me? Now we targeting 259. I know it sounds far-fetched again, but my target is 259. I have nothing in between from, you know, 237 all the way up to 259. I got nothing. I'm thinking we're going straight to 259. If it don't, it don't. If it do, it do. XOM. Told you guys to buy in at 84. $100 call for, you know, mid-July is at 87. We had a nice little beat down all the way down. Notice what happened. We got our $84 entry right here on the 23rd. We got our $84 entry. Look for a break above 88 first. You feel me? But I wanted to buy time on those contracts. I ain't want to, make them too tight where you can, maneuver off of them. But that's a nice little move from 84 to 88, especially with them oil companies. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my week, man. I ain't got much, man. I'm not trying to overload you guys at all. I'm trying to make sure you guys are paying attention to the same things that we trade all the time. All you gotta do is trade the same things over and over. What's up?
What's going on?
What up, bro?
You look at Ford.
Oh yeah, I'll look at Ford for sure. BA, same thing I told you about Boeing real quick. Support was 132, and I told you guys you can do the 140. Boom, we had a nice little move towards 140. So that's pretty much it. That's from last week. That was a consolidation area. We're above 141. It closed at 141.50. Next move for Boeing is going to be 148. Here go Ford. Last week, y'all should have made all y'all money. Anybody that felt like they were losing for a month, y'all should have made all y'all money for a whole week. Such a great week. Here go Ford. I got a downtrend channel on Ford. Bottom support is $11.18. It broke back above the $11.85. Target to break over is $12.41. $12.41. Again, downtrend channel, so it can hit the top of this channel and come back down. But if we break this channel, we'll definitely have a nice move out of Ford. This is a long downtrend channel. I understand that seems like Ford is never going to recover, but a lot of stocks is going to start working its way back. It may not go as quickly as it did when it first shot up to about $24, $25 at the height, almost $26. It may not shoot up to that price so fast. It may just take its time. But you have to pay attention to it. You have to know your channels. You have to put your trend lines in. You have to pay attention to it because those are windows of opportunity. When everything's come down like this, these are huge windows of opportunities. You can take advantage of these small term trades.
My thoughts on Ford is that lightning truck gonna be a hit big time, and that's like the iPhone of trucks for sure.
No, for sure. Everybody want the F-150 EV. I didn't realize
everybody want an F-150 now, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah. And that Mustang EV, Ford got some stuff in the works, man.
Yeah,
for real. They're definitely, I think all the EV companies, all the car companies that's putting out with new EVs, the fans of those companies are going to buy the car. You feel me? Like just like iPhone, people buy iPhone because you're a fan of iPhone. Like no one have to get a new iPhone every iPhone, but you're just a fan of the phone. So you like, I'm gonna just keep upgrading. That's how it is with cars sometimes. So yeah, definitely gonna be that time. Look for that break. 1241. We got a couple gaps in there, small windows. You can, do that gap fill to about $13. But
I'm just thinking about buying a bunch of wholesale of that.
Yeah, this is a reasonable price. It have been this price since 2001 in May. That's where it bounced off of in 2000. That was that hard resistance that had to hold above back in 2001 was that $12 area. Well, where it bounced off now, which was 11.18. And then once it broke above this 13, that's when you got that nice little move. I think we traded in between here. We had so many trades on Ford. But yeah, you're right, 100%. Anybody else? The rest of the time is on you guys. I'm done. I only have my top four, dude. I'm not trying to hit y'all across the head.
I just want to put the Carnival CCL leaps on everybody's radar. I was looking at the $20 call for January 2023.
For sure. I like those. I told you guys my expectation for Carnival is the end of the year to be $25. I know it seemed far-fetched, but I told y'all it's about who's making money. And when they release their revenue, that's when everybody was like, oh, Carnival going up. I told y'all, watch out for these cruise lines. I've been saying that all year because I understand what's coming back around. COVID slowing up, people going on vacation, people spending money, that revenue going to be up. And that's what you got on that earnings was a good revenue. So now we at almost $11. I told you I get a $10 call for Carnival Cruise Line for July 15th. Don't forget, I told y'all a $10 call. So now we can add on to our radar is the 20. Now, just a little thought. my suggestion is you can kind of scale that back, you feel me, depending on how much it costs, to like a 15. Because my resistance point, I still want to be able to trade within that zone. My resistance points is around $14. Feel me? But if we break that 14, most definitely we're going right back up to about, you know, $19. Most definitely 1947 is that next target above 14.
And
And
I
I told
think
y'all-
also it's important to keep in mind, a lot of people get nervous with these because of the whole scare of the imminent recession. But what you got to realize is cruises are the cheapest vacation to go on. So people are still going to be going on cruises. So that's the
Oh,
only
for
thing they're
sure.
going to be able to afford.
For sure. For sure. And the recession scare is scaring who? That's the question. You gotta, man, listen, I don't know if anybody been going outside, but I scale things on who's out and about. Everywhere I go, I see people spending money. If there's a recession, I don't know where it's at yet. I'm not affected by it. Are you guys affected by the recession so far? We was affected by gas prices, but did you stop driving?
No, I have to drive.
There you go, guys. Like, it comes to be that simple sometimes, because them people on the news be saying recession. And I swear to God, they're buying stocks, man. They're buying. They're telling us it's going to be a recession and going back to their financial advisor like, let's buy some Amazon stocks at $100. You think these folk gonna sit up there and tell you that, yeah, man, everybody should be in the stock market? If everybody in it, then who's gonna be the workforce? Anybody else got a question? I think Ford, yes, Ford is a good watch. You got to add that on your watch list. $14, over $14 will be the ideal level to start capitalizing off of it. That $20 leap is on high volume, high open interest. I want Carnival to close by the end of the year at $25. That's just, it seems far-fetched, but we've seen this stuff before. Anybody else?
So like, that's what I meant to ask you about, Dave. Like, what about the open interest? It's got high open interest but low volume. Like, does that just mean like you're just
the volume is the day of purchases. The open interest is who's holding the contracts already.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Cause I was just looking at JPM. I had I had them 140 calls for July 15th. And the open interest volume on the 135s, 140, 145s is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people expect banks to have a good recovery. JP Morgan pays a high dividend. You know, you see JP come down about $100 and $110 when the pandemic price was $90. People that missed that $90 looking at it at 110, like, only $20 away from my mark. I mean, look at the chart, man. I mean, the possibility is crazy. This is the 1 day chart. What do you see? Huge bullish engulfing. You feel me? Gaps going up to 124. That's what I'm saying. 130, their earnings on the 14th. I'm saying 130 for 7th to 15th. Now, because I want to see the traction now. I want to see what happens in the next couple of weeks. The week of earnings, yeah, it may shoot up and give you 137. Guess what? You're in the 130 and you've been in it for the last 2 weeks. And at the date of earnings is at 128. Imagine that. Like, that's my idea. Like, catching it at the bottom, maximizing on profit. Is no more, and I'm not one-way trading, dude. Everybody think, oh, I don't do puts, he don't do puts. I don't see nobody doing puts. Everybody.
That's the thing. I had a 95, what's the name? XOM put for July 15th. You see how far it dropped down.
Yeah.
I sold that shit way too early.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, and that's the thing. Like, I'm just getting confident in my trading, holding my swing, and it was a swing trade. That was the thing. It was a swing trade.
Yeah.
I could have cashed out perfectly on that one.
No, for sure. I mean, just go to your chart. Rely on your chart. Did it break below resist on support? That's all you can do. We can't dictate what the market gonna do, but we can watch it. We can see what the charts look like. You feel me? I already knew Friday was gonna be green because at 10 o'clock, it was green. My 10 o'clock rule works. You feel me? If you bought in on Thursday, Yes, you could have sold first thing in the morning on Friday. I sold some stuff first thing in the morning on Friday. I was mad at myself about. But I know I'm not a Friday guy. I know I'll be busy. I know I won't be able to sit around and watch this stuff all day. But when that thing continued to go up and push, man, everything from last week worked perfectly. And y'all in early enough. And I put y'all on contracts further out where you can still make money. You still making money. That's the goal of doing this. It's not just sitting up here watching all day, every day. It's about being at a certain price point, man. I got to be early, man. If I'm not early, I'm not trading. I'm done. Anybody else got questions? Anybody new that hasn't asked the question before? I want to give you an opportunity. Last week's Sunday session worked out perfectly. The week before that worked out perfectly. We're not even going to talk about every week before this Friday. Like, this is not a anomaly. Every week we come in here, we put in that work, straight fundamentals, support and resistance trading. It worked.
And all I can say, guys, to back up Dave here is, trust me, if you're new to this, you don't jump into plays right away. Write down, like he always stresses, write down, take notes.
Write down.
Look at the plays that he's putting out and take your time. And typically on Thursday, Friday, you'll see that the majority of the plays that are put out are darn near pretty close to where he said they were going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's scary. I told y'all last week, I'm like, man, it's getting scary that this support resistance is it seems so basic, but it works so perfectly. And then you see everybody have all these different ideas and theories, and just be like, why I just don't trade support and resistance trading? You feel me? It's the most simplest formula you can trade with. You know what I mean? Even though I can talk about different things about trend line, but dog, just the basics of support and resistance trading is going to take you a long way. Now, I mean, up or down. We've seen breakdowns below, and then, you know, some put sides, you know, some opportunity for puts. We've seen it all. So let's see what happens. I'm not saying the markets, we're not going to be in a recession. But if you understand, you know, 2 weeks ago, we talked about consolidation trading. That worked out. I said, once you see consolidation, it's going to make a decision. You can make a trade. I'm putting y'all on all the game I can, bro. I really want y'all to get it, man. It's crazy. Anybody else?
What's been extremely helpful for me, Dave, that I appreciated recently was just the time frames. So I've pretty much, unless I need like some certain confirmation, I've pretty much eliminated the whole anything under 15, anything under 30 minutes, I almost don't use anymore.
Facts.
Just that's the kind of way I trade. I don't have time to be looking at it every 5 minutes. So
Facts.
30 minutes, an hour, 4 hour, 1 day. That's what I use now. And it's changed. It honestly has changed the profit for me in a ridiculous amount.
Facts. I mean, I appreciate that. And this is being consistent. Sometimes we be like thinking to ourselves, all you got to do is, if you got Webull, if you got Yahoo Finance app, set that alert. They're going to give you a price alert right at that price. It's going to come to your phone like a text message. You should be confident enough to know, man, this is a confirmation break area that I set this alert at. Once it gets to this point, I know that I can do. I told y'all at 170, that spot trade was going to be golden. At 170. I could have told you 168, 165. I could have gave you all those levels. But once it got above 170, look what happened. Anybody else got questions? I'm not here for, forever, man. I just want y'all to come in and, make sure you guys can get out all the questions y'all have. Is there anybody making mistakes that they need to learn from? Is there things that you got to pick up on? Because I started last week by saying everybody expect more downside, and then the downside don't come, and then people get caught up in that, oh, it's still a recession coming. Don't do that. You got to trade what the charts give you. I can't assume nothing. All I can do is look at the chart and trade off the chart. That's all I can do.
I know QC was talking about charge point. I meant to get one on Friday, but I didn't. You want to check that out?
Yeah, for sure. And he said he's doing BLNK and he trading off a charge point. But either way, this is the 1 day chart. Go back to my 4 hour. So charge point had a downtrend. It's actually breaking that downtrend line right now. The bottom of charge point was on the 16th. Of course, you could have got at $11. A QC called that out. And then the next bottom for this week We caught it at, you know, that $14.22, 14.22, and then it looked like it's retesting at 16.15. That should be your confirmation area. Once we get above 16.15, we should have a nice move. Again, the downtrend is breaking on the 4-hour chart. We should have a nice move once we get above $16.15. So if you're not in the trade, my suggestion is wait for $16.15 or wait for $14.84. So you could buy it at the resistance or you can buy it at the support.
And check BLNK then also.
Yeah, BLNK next. BLNK is at $18. This one had a nice little downside on the 15th at $14 and gave you a $4 move. This week it ran from on the 22nd, it was around $16 and it made a $2 move. It has to hold $18.14. It's right below that now, but confirmation line, I would suggest, you know, you could do a $25 call above $19. $19.51 if you want to be exact.
Thing is, I'm already in there. I was just checking.
No, for sure, for sure. They're bullish. They're definitely looking like reversal, bullish. 8-day moving average about to cross the 200-day moving average here. This 300-day moving average, once that 8-day break over that 200 and that 300-day moving average around $20, we should have a nice move.
That's one of the things I've been checking also. Like you said, just check your time frames. And that's, you know, it might be different on other ones, but it's bullish on like the 15 or the half an hour, 4 hours.
Right.
You know,
but that's giving you short-term moves. So if
Yeah,
it's bullish on a
absolutely.
small time frame, a lot of people day trade off of those. But again, your time frame to buy, your window to buy is usually between 10 and 11:45, and then from 2:15 to closing. Those should be your windows to buy. You feel what I'm saying? Now in the midday, if you see a good support holding throughout the midday and that consolidation goes at that support, yeah, cool. You know what I mean? But consolidation, then decision. You know what I mean? And you can see them consolidations on different time frames. If that RSI sitting high, we look for a consolidation. Anybody else? Okay, guys. I appreciate y'all for joining. God bless y'all. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask on the floor. Hopefully you guys took notes. This week is going to be, you know, interesting to watch. End of the month. I told y'all I'm buying in for the end of the month, going into the first of the month vibes. I'm not saying first of the month vibes going to actually come around, but if it do, we know that first of the month vibes is real. The same way people spend money when they get paid in the first of that month, same way in the stock market. People spend money in the first of that month. That's how it go. God bless y'all. Holla at me. I appreciate y'all for joining today, man. Love.